it was really, really hard for me to get excited about things because I knew something like that would happen, and it's so hard. I can't even tell you how much it means. I'm sorry.
Okay.
To not have migraines. I've never had an entire year of my life without a migraine.
I'm Cristy Code Red, and you're listening to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle, where we believe food holds the power to heal or poison, and we believe our society has been misled regarding proper nutrition and weight loss. You're in the right place if you're looking for some straight up truth, because I'm here to shed light on the lies and brainwashing that has taken place over the past 5 decades. Thanks so much for listening. Welcome back to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. I am your host, Cristy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer, and I'm so happy once again to be with you. I really am. Guys, you mean so much to me. You listening, you downloading, rating, review, all that means so much to me. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate each and every week that you showing up and sharing this and all the things that you do. Thank you. Thank you for the encouraging messages you send me. Thank you for just so much love, so much support. I see all the times you share. I see all the times you sing my praises and the whole Code Red community. Thank you. Thank you for all that from the bottom of my heart. I have the most incredible interview that I want to share with you. Oh my goodness. I got to interview Cindy Gleed because she's one of our Code Red Rebels, but she's a quiet one. And she posted in the Code Red Life group, which is the large community group that we have that's getting close to 20,000 strong of people that have been through the challenge, and they link arms and they bind together and they support each other. They support recipes and advice and victories and discouragement. I mean, we're just a really great community, the Code Red Life community. And I had never heard, I didn't recognize her name. I didn't recognize her face when she posted. But when she posted something that she had dealt with for 48 years since she was 3 years old, and after joining Code Red is now cured of this, I had my Code Red team reach out to her immediately. I actually was going to try to get on a plane and go see her in person with a film crew to get this whole interview in person, but I couldn't make that work. And I jumped on that, like I was all over that, like white on rice. And we contacted her and I said, please, would you share your story? And she agreed. And I'm so thankful because it is a jaw-dropping story that maybe you have dealt with something like this, and maybe someone like you that you know has dealt with this and you thought there was no hope. Cindy thought after 48 years of dealing with this condition that there was never going to be a cure. Guys, this was debilitating. This would make it to where she was wiped out on vacations. She was wiped out sometimes during road trips. She had to pull over and sleep in her car because she couldn't drive any further because of this condition. All of this was cured. Can I say the word cured legally? I don't know. I got to check with my attorney, Mike. Probably he's going to get mad at me. I'm going to say it because she said it. What she gets ready to, I'm trying not to tell you guys what it is. I want you guys to, that's all went away after being on Code Red. And you're going to hear from her yourself. It's nothing short of a miracle. And I say miracle, but then again, it can happen to you too. So, guys, I really hope you enjoy this interview with Cindy. She's a fantastic woman, a great wife and mother and grandmother, and she works full-time outside the home. Just a wonderful lady. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome, Cindy Gleed. Thank you, Cindy. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, because you guys, I have got something really special. I have got somebody really special. I got a cough. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Why does that happen when I first start the recording button? And guys, this is a real honor to have Cindy joining me. Cindy, thank you so much for being on with me.
Thank you for asking me and giving me this opportunity.
I got to tell you, Cindy, I manage 15 Facebook groups, Instagram, YouTube, all these different platforms. But when your post came across, I could not believe it. And I want you to, and I have it here. If you guys see me glancing to the side, it's because I have it here next to me. I was completely blown away, which is why I had the team, the Code Red team, contact you. Guys, I'm just gonna start Cindy off, and you're not gonna believe this. Cindy, you have had migraines since you were 3 years old.
That's correct.
Can you take us back and explain to us what the heck? What the heck?
Well, I can remember. I mean, obviously, we don't all remember back when we're 3, but I remember many, many times having pain in my head so bad and just violently ill. It's like I have the flu almost. I remember several times running down the hall trying to make it to the restroom and not being able to. And when you're young, you don't understand what that's about. You don't get it. And for it to continuously happen to me over and over and over for my entire life, my whole life, I can't even tell you how many things I've missed out on, how many days I've missed out on due to these migraines. You don't understand. You don't understand what's happening to you and why you're so sick and how to fix it. It's awful. It's just awful.
And you had incontinence, and you were nauseous. I mean, there are lots of different types of migraines, but it was debilitating to you.
Yeah, I always get them in an eye. It's always in one of my eyes, one or the other, and it will change. It's never consistent. It's never always the left. And when I had my first son, they put me on birth control pills, and the estrogen or something in them made my migraines way worse. I was having 3, 4 a week. I couldn't even take care of my child. I mean, they're so bad that I literally will lay there, and whatever side the migraine's on, I would pull the hair on the opposite side to try and create pain to take away from the other pain. And I've done that for so many years. I don't even have every vacation that I've ever gone on. We had to build in time because there would always be a day that I had a migraine. Anytime I would start to relax, I'd get a migraine.
And you've been dealing with this for 48 years. And would anything specific trigger it?
I've never really been able to figure out anything other than emotions, extreme emotions like really angry or very excited or very, very stressed. Stress seems to be a big one for me. I have a lot of stress in my life. I'm in IT, so that's stressful by its nature. I'm also my 89-year-old mother's caregiver. She's losing her eyesight, so she lives here with me. And I have 2 grandchildren and 2 boys, and that's always fun. So I have a lot of stress, and I think stress, as I've gotten older, my migraines have kind of changed a bit. From when I was young, I could kind of feel it coming on in the back of my head. And then it would just wham and I'm out, and I could sleep it off. As I've gotten older, they've gotten a lot worse. Not quite as frequent, but to the point where I cannot sleep them off anymore. And I am literally so sick, I cannot function at all. the entire day. And I actually went on a trip to Washington, D.C. a few years back with a girlfriend of mine. And I was super excited because I love history and so much to see. The second day we were there, I got a migraine. And it was so bad. God bless her, she sat with me the entire day. She got a chiropractor that was with our group to come up and give me an adjustment, thinking maybe I had gotten something out of whack. She came up twice. Nothing helped. And it was the entire day. By 2:00 in the morning, she called a taxi and hauled me to the ER. And I laid there for quite a while. And she finally went out there and chewed some butt because nobody was coming in. And they finally gave me a shot of tramadol. And that took it away. But I didn't get back to the hotel until 4 a.m. Well, there's one whole day in Washington that's pretty much shot. I was devastated. And the next day, you're kind of hungover. You're still not 100%. And we went to Arlington, but you can tell in my pictures that I'm still kind of not quite up to speed. So it was really, really hard for me to get excited about things because I knew something like that would happen. And it's so hard. I can't even tell you how much it means. I'm sorry.
Okay.
To not have migraines. I've never had an entire year of my life without a migraine. And I was scared to death to post because I was afraid if I said it out loud that the next day or the next week or the next month, I would end up with one again. And I wouldn't wish them on anyone. They're horrible. They're just horrible.
You're coming upon your 1 year with Code Red, and that's what you're referring to. Have not had one single migraine because you've been to doctors, I imagine.
Yes, I used to give myself Imitrex shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now nothing. And nobody, this is the first time at 51 years old, 48 years, you're now having a normal life.
And I can do things and not worry about being sick for part of my time, I can actually be present and I can actually feel good and I can actually live. So while I didn't have a ton of weight to lose, there's so much more to it than just weight loss. There are things that are happening inside our bodies from this food and from the poison that's out there that affects you in many other ways. And this, for so many people, because I'm not by far the only one that has migraines out there, there's so many people that if they had even an inkling that this could help them, I have no doubt they would be on the bandwagon. There's just no doubt in my mind.
Well, that's why I'm so thankful for this interview, because maybe after people hearing this, they'll give it a shot, because it doesn't seem like for over almost 5 decades that anybody ever addressed your nutrition. Have you been able to identify what part of Code Red, what we eliminated, that has done the trick? Or do you just say, hey?
Well, I haven't really been able to figure it out. I think it was sugar, but I don't have anything to substantiate that fact. I didn't get the flu, like the keto flu, when I first started. I started the January challenge, the first of this year, and I'm pretty quiet. I don't post a lot. I watch, I read, and I research. But I didn't get the hair loss. I didn't get sick from a lot of sugar. I ate a lot of sugar. I drank pop all the time, but it didn't really affect me so much. So I really don't know. I have been religious in following the food to eat and not to eat. And I can tell you, I picked my heart every day. In my work, where I work, there's girls that bring donuts literally once or twice a week. And in the summertime, I'm getting in the freezer for ice 5-6 times a day, and there's nothing but ice cream bars in there. And I'm doing this every single day, and every single day I'm picking my heart, and every single day I'm turning down ice cream, and I'm turning down donuts, and I'm turning down chips and potlucks. And it's not easy, I'm not going to lie, but I can guarantee that no migraines. It's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer.
You might be wondering what we eat on Code Red, and that is meat, vegetables, nuts, eggs, seeds, seafoods, and fat. So we take our rebels off of all wheat and grains, and of course that means we're inherently gluten-free. Most dairy, we do allow a small amount of heavy whipping cream. So you have not cheated at all with anything and have had a migraine come back. So we don't even know what it could bring it back on. But no soda. My gosh, you gave up soda. You're drinking your water.
Yep.
Are you sleeping any better? Has your sleep changed?
Yeah, I sleep better. I've had a hard time the last couple of weeks, but I think that's stress with the holidays and everything going on. I'm a little behind on everything. But no, I sleep really well. I sleep good. I'm pretty good about getting my nightly sleep in every night too. I don't really have too much of a problem with that. My hardest thing is kind of adjusting my meals, because they changed my work schedule, and that kind of threw everything off. So you kind of have to regroup, and it's like, all right, how am I going to get this fit in? So I've kind of been one that gets up really early, and I would have just a half a flaxseed muffin with cream cheese on it and some cherry tomatoes. And then I would have something for lunch later, and then a little bit of dinner. But I'm thinking that that's going to change down to the 2 meals a day that most people are doing. Because I haven't been so laser focused on the weight loss part. That's just a side benefit for me. I mean, I wanted to lose weight, and I never in a million years expected the migraine thing. Never. Because when you live with something for so long, it becomes a part of who you are and how you function, and you just kind of learn. I mean, I literally got to the point where I was so sick, I got up to go to the restroom, and I passed out on the way to the restroom, and I hit the door frame, and all the way underneath my arm and down my side was just a huge bruise. I woke up on the floor and had no idea what had even happened to me. That's happened more than once. They're so bad, this is like the number one benefit for me. The weight loss for me is secondary.
Yeah, weight loss is way down on the list when you have debilitating migraines that absolutely wipe you out, and talk about making you fearful. And you are a significant part of your grandchildren's life. I know that you caregive and you watch your grandchildren a good chunk of the week. That's why when we scheduled this meeting, we had to schedule it around grandkid time. So
Yep.
this is the first time in your grandchildren's life that they have seen their grandma like this, with energy and vigor. How has that relationship changed between you and your grandchildren now that you're healthy?
Oh, good. I mean, I'm the one running around the house chasing the grandkids. The little one, he's still too small, but my little, she'll be 3 on Sunday. My first granddaughter, we are tearing around and playing hide and seek, and we just have fun. We have fun every day that she's here, and it's just wonderful. It's the wonderful thing. And another side benefit, I told you my mother lives with me. She's been complaining about wanting to lose weight. She's 89, but she wants to lose weight. Well, I feed her what I eat, right? She's been losing weight, and she's so excited. So here's this little 89-year-old lady. She's losing her weight, and her pants are falling off. She's very happy, I just have to tell you. So We have a Christmas gift for her senior companion.
Oh, look at that. For those of you guys listening on a podcast right now, Cindy is holding up the Code Red cookbook and the Code Red Revolution book right now. Oh, she's
Yep.
going to love it. Oh,
Yep. So she's helping me play hide and seek with the grandchildren at 89 and feeling good. So
so it's not just the weight loss for your mom. She's feeling good.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she plays with my little 3-year-old granddaughter, and it's the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen, ever. It's beautiful.
And your two sons have their mom back for the first time, probably in their life, have ever seen you like this.
And that's the thing. My oldest son actually has migraines as well. So I'm trying to get him on board. He actually lives in Utah, so I don't have a whole lot of good time. He's the one that I had a nice chat with last night. Yeah, so my children have never seen a time in their entire lives that their mother has not had one migraine, ever. I've gone to Utah and on my way home, been down with a migraine and had to sleep in the car. And we live about 3.5 hours away. So it's a long ride. It's not fun when you're sick. So yeah, they've never ever seen it.
What about your coworkers? Hey, has this increased productivity? I mean, I know that that's kind of a dumb question because of course it has, but have you had to go home from work sick?
Oh yeah, I have. I haven't had to too much with my current position, but I worked for a school district in Utah for many years, and there were several times that I could not function and would have to go home. So yes, I mean, it definitely increases productivity. I have not been sick one day this entire year from work, from on weekends, because I tend to think it's stress because most of my migraines would hit on a weekday or a weeknight or a weekend. So it would I would get in the mode for work and I got the stress adrenaline kind of going. And as soon as I stop and kind of relax a little bit, I'm done.
Now you're steady Eddie. You got steady energy output. Your eyes are flying open in the morning. You're sleeping good. This is nothing short of a miracle.
It truly is. I mean, I've never been able to even get out of bed without, I'm not kidding. I've had 5 alarms all at different intervals to get me out of bed. My husband's about ready to kill me half the time. And I still regularly set 4. And I can't tell you one time when my alarm has gone off the last year, I just wake up about 10, 15 minutes before my first of many go off, and I'm up and going.
How has this affected your husband and your relationship?
Good. We don't get a whole lot of time together because I work a little later and then he's up at 3 a.m.
Ooh.
So if I could convince him to quit the sugar,
yeah,
working on it.
Surely he could see you, but sometimes that's not enough for people.
That's right.
They have to be ready, but to see
it has
you,
to be their time.
Yeah, it has to be their time, but to have his wife back, the wife that, to have just vibrant and energetic and glowing. I mean, this is it's just a miracle.
It is. It truly is. I mean, it's changed my life 110%. There's no doubt about it. I'll never go back.
Well, nobody in the medical community ever said anything like this to you. They just threw medications at you. They never said, what are you eating? Let's try to do elimination diet. Let's get you off some inflammatory foods. Nothing, huh?
Nope. They did try to do a CAT scan many, many years ago. I think when my first son was born, and no, there's nothing wrong with my head. I'm fine. I've had them forever. It's not, if it was a tumor or something, I wouldn't still be here, at that point, but no. And I don't like doctors anyway, so I probably didn't give them much of a chance.
You weren't visiting them too often. Well,
No.
another great example of nutrition therapy completely healing you, Cindy. This is an incredible story.
I'm pleased to share. I hope, if nothing else, I can help one person, out there get rid of these terrible headaches, because if you don't have to have it, this isn't a way to live. It's not the way anybody would choose to live their life, to give up so many days of your life that you're down and out because of a headache. It's ridiculous. And if it doesn't have to be that way, then my heck, do what you need to do to make that happen for yourself, because you're no good to anybody else if you can't even take care of yourself. That's what I think.
When you first saw my food list, did you think I was crazy? A lot of people say that.
No. So I wanted to lose some weight. I told you that. But so I tried this different deal a while before I had even found you. And it was these, I want to say shakes, but they weren't like the prepackaged kind of shakes. They were smoothies that you made, right? For like 30 days, all you ate was this smoothie garbage. And I kid you not, I swear to you. So it's like this 30-day thing. The first 7 days you do all these smoothie, whatever yucks they were. I was so stinking sick by the end of day 3. I kid you not. I was so sick. I could not even function at all. And I'm like, I'm done with this business. My husband's like, I don't think you want to do that anymore. I could not even function. And then I happened to run onto your thing, and I put myself on a wait list, and then I had forgotten about it. And you emailed me when it was time, because then, you only had the challenges every so often. Mm-hmm. And so I signed up, and I'm like, all right, I'm all in. I'm just doing it. And I'm a very strong-willed person. And when I make up my mind, not much can change it. So I got my list. I've got it in my phone. I've got your to-go thing. And I've just kind of figured it out on my own by reading the posts and hearing what other people are doing and experimenting. And it's not hard. It truly isn't hard.
Yeah. So what made you decide? What made you decide to trust me after all these years, all these decades of failing? What did the girl with the blue mohawk somehow convince you?
Well, honestly, the thing that really gets me about you, Cristy, is you're very much like I am. I'm a very blunt person, and as we both know, not too many people like that. So they don't like the truth. And I would prefer someone just lay it out for me, just tell me, Cindy, this is your problem. Stop doing this. Or, tell me if I'm wrong. Don't candy coat stuff to me. And I actually have a girlfriend that I work with. She's our loan director. I work at a credit union, and got her started on Code Red. And she adores you. And she told me she wanted to be a fly on the wall tonight. But she listens to your podcasts every day religiously, and she's lost quite a bit of weight as well. And so it's really nice that I have her. We can kind of cooperate at work and stuff together, and keep each other on track. I think she's in accountability right now. So yeah, I've just been doing it on my own.
Well, I am so incredibly thankful to have you on my team. I mean, this is nothing short of a miracle, but guys, I say miracle. However, I mean, it's a miracle in Cindy's life, but it can happen to you. It's real food, water, and sleep. So Cindy, any last words you want to share with people?
I would just like to say, trust Cristy. She knows what she's talking about. Give her that opportunity to find out what it can do for you, because like me, you may have an unexpected benefit from it that you never even dreamed could change your life. And it's definitely worth it.
Man, Cindy, thank you so much for joining me, guys. We will catch you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. If you're not subscribed already, please be sure to do that right now. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you could do me a quick favor and rate and review this podcast. That would be just so helpful. Speaking of health, let me know if I can help you. Go to coderedlifestyle.com, check out my programs, and see what we can do for you. Until next time, Rebel on.